Hello, Boris Pravisham here. I'm having some family health issues at the moment, so they take precedence over playing some silly space games, but I've quickly knocked together a new part of this project, so I thought I'd show you just to assure people that I'm, still doing this. I haven't done anything to the large ship over here in the background, but I have read your feedback, and there's some really great ideas in there that I look forward to tinkering with. There's also been 2 updates since I built it, so there's some new features to play around with as well. However, I just filled in the template of this medium-sized dropship that I started. This isn't going to be the finalized aesthetic. There are bits of it I'm not entirely happy with, plus also a bit of detailing to make it look better, so it's not just an oddly shaped polygon, but anyway, I have to keep telling myself that this is meant to be functional, so it's not that important. What is important is that this is a faster and more agile ship than that other one, capable of dropping that one pod full of troops accurately at speed. Unlike the large one, this isn't for a full frontal attack. It's more of a ship capable of dropping a strike team whilst also being able to take some fire and defend itself a little bit. I also wouldn't mind having a smaller, much more lightweight and less resource-intensive version for situations where you don't need the added defences and, all this horrendously ugly heavy armour. As we can see, there's a pod up the front here, with the ship angled around the direction in which it will drop. In testing, the pod does not come into contact with anything, and as such, nothing gets damaged. It is much more vulnerable than the other one, but again, it's not made for the same sort of conditions. The pod is 1 block wider to accommodate the symmetrical requirements of this ship, but it could also be 1 block less deep if I wanted to. For that matter, it could also be bigger. It doesn't really infringe on the ship as a whole. So we'll quickly have a look inside. See, there's the door. There's nothing much in here. At the front is the hole down there to enter into the pod, and up the back is where the controls will be. Up here and through this door is out to maintenance, where all the workings are. There's nothing special in here except for a terrible layout, but you can get in here. It's a bit of a squeeze, but you can get in with the astronaut. I might clean that up a little bit. There is also a position for a mounted gun, as we saw before, of your choice up the front, which is supplied by the storage down in here. Anyway, I'm going to copy this into the easy start world with that large station so I can give it a go and see if I can't drop myself onto it. I don't hold high hopes at this stage, though. So here we are, a while out from the station. I'm going to be moving back in once I get a bit further out and cruise in at about 30 meters a second. I'm going to move down and sit in the pod, and I'm hoping to drop away, turn on my thrusters, then my inertia dampeners, and land without too much damage. Quite a few people talked about putting landing gear on this pod. Personally, I'm not really sure why, as this pod is disposable and a bit of damage on the armour from a rough landing doesn't really concern me. But, at least it'll give a bit more of a crumple zone, I guess. I'll get back to you when I'm in position. Okay, here we are. We're coming across. We're about 1,500 meters out, travelling at just over 30 meters a second. Okay, we just got to make sure we're a bit over, a little bit more. Now, the pod will not just go straight down either, because we do have some inertia on, and the inertia dampeners are off, which is what I intend to use. Didn't need to speed up there. I think we're going up a little bit. Now, okay, so if we go in here, we need the artificial masses on. They're going to pull down, but we release, and it took me out of the thing. That might be bad. Okay, here we go. I can't see. Oh, my dampeners were on. Okay. So apparently the dampeners don't stay off. Oh, I forgot to turn off my artificial masses. Well, we didn't die. Well, at least I was able to aim. So I think that's more successful than I intended it to be. So, well, we missed the station. Oh, come on, let's get out this door. Missed the station and went through the hole in the middle. There's a couple of little problems there. I thought that because the ship's inertia dampeners, I have no idea where the ship went, but I thought that because of the ship's inertia dampeners were off, that the pod, when released, would also have its inertia dampeners off. I just sort of assumed that, but obviously I was wrong. So as soon as I went outside of the gravity field, I just sort of slowly came to a stop, which was up higher than I intended. And if it weren't for the fact that I stupidly left my artificial masses on as well, I am going to have to work out a way to sort of refine that system down a little bit, so that I am not sort of flicking back and forward. And also the inventory, well, the control panel, the terminal, this thing, flicked off as soon as I released as well, which is a little bit annoying. As I said in the last video, I would like for there to be, more than one person controlling that pod at a time. So you would have one person sort of steering and flying, so they're all set just focusing on that, and the other person would be switching in the terminal, switching things on and off as the pilot orders them to. I think the key will be to have more than one person flying it at a time, because that was a little bit too difficult for me to handle. That wasn't my first test either. I've done quite a few of them. That's all I've got time for today, though, unfortunately. I don't know if you saw just at the end there that I accidentally left autosave on this world, so I can't just quickly reset. I've got to go now. But as I said, I've got some things happening in my life at the moment, so my upload frequency is going to be a bit lower than I'd like for the next week or two, and I'm not going to have much time to continue building this or other projects. As usual, this part with the new ship will be on the workshop for you to download. The link is below, so if you want to help me out while I can't play, I'd love for people to have a go for themselves. Just, at least so that when I get back I have something to talk about. Thanks to Mr. Dracul again. He's been doing just that and coming up with his own ideas and building them. They've looked great, so thanks for doing that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.